welcome back to Backyard Grilling here on Nex-Tech Local 1, and we're outside and we're making the ultimate comfort food, mac and cheese. And this is a favorite of mine because we're gonna put bacon in it. It's not just any mac and cheese, we're gonna call this smoked jalapeno popper bacon mac and cheese. Ha, gets me excited. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. First thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna get our bacon cooking. Now, I know I've told you in the past never to buy cheap bacon, but for this, I think you can get by with it because, you know, you're just cutting it up. And honestly, a little hint, if you buy bacon and you kind of freeze it, it makes it a lot easier to cut up than what I'm doing right now. So I should have took my own advice, put this in the freezer and cut it up then. Now this recipe that I found it on the internet. They said to use a half a pound of bacon, which that's foolish. Why open a whole package of bacon and just use half of it? So we're going to use the whole pound just because we can. But we're going to kind of cut this down into small pieces. And, you know, it's bacon. It's going to kind of render away anyway. So we're going to cook this in the skillet here. And then when we build it, we're going to build everything in this skillet. So it's kind of like a one-pot meal. And then when we're done, we'll put it on the grill to kind of finish off. So, boy, that was a mess. We're going to go ahead and put this in our pot here. And we're going to start that cooking. Okay? All right. So the next thing it calls for is a bratwurst. So we have... Now, these bratwursts, I got these in Moreland, and it's the Rock Creek. Yeah, Rock Creek. They sell some in the little grocery store that they have there in Moreland. They sell some local grown beef and stuff. It's awesome. So that's what this is from. And what I'm going to do here is just, I'm going to kind of peel off the casing. Now, the recipe calls for bratwurst, and it's mac and cheese. So, you know, if we're going to do bratwurst, we should do cheddar bratwurst. So, that's what this is. So, we're going to go ahead and get that cooking. I don't think we're going to use all of this just because, you know, I'm looking, whoops, there goes my bag. I'm looking at the size of my pot that we're going to cook this in. And how much I've got in there already. So we may, I hate to do it, but we may have to take some of the bacon out. We'll see. But we're going to go ahead and get this started. There we go. Okay, so we're going to get that cooking. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to shed my glove here. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut up our jalapeno. So we got jalapeno poppers. So jalapeno poppers are usually jalapeno, bacon, cream cheese. Cream cheese will go in here in a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and get this jalapeno popper cut up. And we're just going to dice it up really small. So I'm just going to cut the ends off, cut it in half. And well, the wind's blowing. I am going to kind of cut the seeds out of this. Just because, you know, with jalapenos and stuff, if you leave the seeds and everything in, that's where the heat comes from. So we're gonna take some of the heat out of it. Just like that. Okay. Okay, note to self, when you finish cutting these up, if you're not wearing gloves, don't itch your nose or rub your eyes or anything. I only say this because I've done that. And you know, if you wanted to, you could even use 2 jalapenos. I'm just going to use the 1. Okay, we're going to throw that in with our bacon and our bratwurst. We don't want to miss anything. We got some that fell off the board here. Okay, there we go. Now then, we're going to just kind of stir this up. Okay, this is probably as good a time any to take a break. So what we're going to do, we're going to let this get all cooked up, and then when it's done, we're going to take a break and come back from our break when this is done, and we're going to start putting the rest of our stuff in, so don't go away.
Trust Rogers & Associates Insurance to keep your peace of mind through all the seasons in life. Whether you're cozy at home memory making with your family, on an outdoor adventure with the top down, floating on a boat, or in the middle of harvest, we can customize an insurance plan that's perfect for you. For all the seasons, we've got you covered. Call us or visit us online to learn more today.
The team at Homestead Assisted Living is a proud supporter of the Hayes community. Located just west of the Sternberg Natural History Museum, Homestead is a warm and welcoming community where residents receive compassionate care from licensed professionals. If you're curious about senior living options for yourself or a loved one, make Homestead your first call. Our kind and courteous staff would love to show you around and answer any questions you may have. Call us today to schedule a tour of Homestead or visit us online at homesteadofhayes.com.
Hey, welcome back to Backyard Grilling here on Nex-Tech Local 1, and we're outside and we're making jalapeno popper mac and cheese with bacon. Lots of bacon. So we got our bacon, we got our brats cooked down, we got our jalapenos cooked down. So the next thing we're gonna add is 8 ounces or a whole brick of cream cheese. So we're gonna open this. That's easier said than done sometimes. We'll just use the scissors. Okay. All right, and what I'm gonna do is just cut these into cubes a little bit. It makes it a little easier because we want this to all dissolve. There we go. So there's our cream cheese. Okay. We're going to put that in there and get that to start to melt with all of our goodness. Okay, so we've got that. The next thing where it calls for is a cup of milk. Whole milk's good. If you don't have whole milk, that's fine. So there's our cup of milk. Then it calls for a cup of cream. Everything's better with cream. Okay, get our other one out. And we got to have room for our noodles in here. Okay, so we got our cup of cream in there. Okay, next thing it calls for is a cup of water. Well, hell, I don't want to put water in something. So we're going to substitute our water with beer. Then we'll have some, we're going to put a cup of beer in there. Ooh, there we go. We got a little left over. So, all right, so we're going to let this kind of simmer. We're going to let this all dissolve. And then we are going to add our pasta, which is basically, okay, so we are going to add our elbow macaroni, and it calls for about 8 ounces. So this is probably a little more than that. Now you got to remember that, you know, this stuff will grow, and we're putting it in there and it's not cooked. So it's going to cook in all this liquid. We put about a half a box of our macaroni in there, and our elbow macaroni. I'm sure you could use whatever you wanted. And we have all of our cream cheese. We have our milk in there. We have our cream. We have our beer. If you need to add a little more beer or something, that's fine. But what we're going to do now is we're going to let this just sit there and simmer for about 30 or so minutes. And it's going to, we want to let that go until those noodles, the macaroni that we put in there, becomes tender, al dente, however you like it. So you can kind of try it here and there. Keep stirring it occasionally. You should see, like right now, if you look in there, how liquidy it is. Liquidy, is that a word? Liquidy. So anyway, when you see how, you know, kind of how much liquid is in there, a lot of that should pull away. So keep an eye on that. When we come back, then we're going to add our cheese once those noodles and everything. You would thought we had enough in there already, but we don't. We're going to add our cheese in there, and then we're going to put it on the grill and let it finish. So don't go away. We'll finish this up when we come back.
At Next Generation, we're working to keep kids local, and you can help. Your gift of any amount provides opportunities for high school and college students to experience local careers with local businesses right here at home.
Opportunities for paid internships that teach students about their local community and prepare them with hands-on job skills now, so they are ready to remain local for the future.
Like me in Plainville.
Like me in Phillipsburg.
Students like me in Waukene.
Trust Rogers & Associates Insurance to keep your peace of mind through all the seasons in life. Whether you're cozy at home memory making with your family, on an outdoor adventure with the top down, floating on a boat, or in the middle of harvest, we can customize an insurance plan that's perfect for you. For all the seasons, we've got you covered. Call us or visit us online to learn more today.
Hey, welcome back to Backyard Grilling here on Nex-Tech Local 1. We're outside and we're making jalapeno popper bacon mac and cheese. So what we've done so far is we got our elbow macaroni in there. We put all that liquid in there and it's pretty much gotten rid of all of it. So now it is time to add the cheese. So you can do whatever kind of cheese you want. It tells you to do cheddar, but you know, had to be different. So I'm going to go with smoked Gouda. It's Gouda. Somebody told me to say that. So I'm going to do, and it says about 2 cups. So what's a cup? Yeah, it's a cup. So that means we put a little more. So that's about a cup of Gouda. And then we're going to stir it around really good in there. And you can see it starting to pull. Okay, so we've got our Gouda. Now, one of my favorite cheeses, and we get this when we go to Wisconsin, is Munster. Yeah, that's a little more than a cup. Look at that, starting to just stick. Okay. So we're gonna stir that really good. Okay. Well, I'm gonna turn that off. So we've got that stirred up really good. Then we're gonna add, I don't want to add too much. We're going to go about a teaspoon garlic powder. And then the same with our salt. And then we're going to put a little ground pepper, but we're going to go about a half of it. Okay. And just because we can, we're going to put a little bit of our butt rub on there. Okay. So all right. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit it real good with our Gouda on the top. About like so. Then I need our crackers. Got some just regular butter crackers. We're going to just crunch those up, put it on the top. Okay, we're going to take this and we're going to put it on the grill. We're going to let that all come together and we'll come back and give it a try, so don't go away.
Trust Rogers & Associates Insurance to keep your peace of mind through all the seasons in life. Whether you're cozy at home memory making with your family, on an outdoor adventure with the top down, floating on a boat, or in the middle of harvest, we can customize an insurance plan that's perfect for you. For all the seasons, we've got you covered. Call us or visit us online to learn more today.
The team at Homestead Assisted Living is a proud supporter of the Hayes community. Located just west of the Sternberg Natural History Museum, Homestead is a warm and welcoming community where residents receive compassionate care from licensed professionals. If you're curious about senior living options for yourself or a loved one, make Homestead your first call. Our kind and courteous staff would love to show you around and answer any questions you may have. Call us today to schedule a tour of Homestead or visit us online at homesteadofhays.com.
Hey, welcome back to Backyard Grilling here on Nex-Tech Local 1, and we're making jalapeno popper bacon mac and cheese. We made it on the grill so you can throw smoked in there too. So let's go ahead and finish it off. We put it on here after we mixed it all together, added all the cheese. We put the crackers at the top. So now we get to try it. So we're going to, I'm going to take out a corner here. See that cheese? There we go. Okay. So I'll put that in there. Move that. Grab me a fork. And we're going to give this a try. This isn't like a side mac and cheese. This is like the meal mac and cheese. So, I'm digging it. And you could taste the beer in there too. Yep. I think you could eat that all the time. Give it a try at home. Hey, make sure you go out, check out some of our previous episodes on YouTube, and make sure you come back, give this a try at home. We'll see you next time.